I mainly trade futures, MES and MNQ. Out of these two instruments, which one would be better fit to trade your models? Thanks. Okay, so the answer is it depends, right? It depends. It's not that one instrument is better than another instrument. It doesn't work that way. It's rather like as time passes, market conditions change. And as market conditions change, one particular instrument can have one very specific type of price action, and another instrument can have a different type of price action at the time when you open it. So at the time, like on that present day, it's not so much the instrument that matters, it is rather what does the market conditions of this instrument look like currently, right now, right? So I would frame the question a little bit differently. So it's not so much the instrument that matters, it's how does the price action of that instrument look like right now? And I say this because there can be some coin called poo poo coin, right? And its price action for, like, let's just pretend a year straight. Let's say for a year straight, it's just messy and it's illiquid. It's not really doing that much. It's just going all over the place. It could be just a complete mess for an entire 1 year straight. And then suddenly, on a particular day, maybe I'll just use a different color. Then suddenly, on a particular day, it starts doing this. Starts doing something like this. Now, if we get the, or if I get this kind of price action in Poo Poo Coin, and the volume also at the same time happen to be gradually increasing over time like this is absolutely perfect to go and trade a breakout. So it's not so much the ticker that matters or the instrument. That's not what I'm worried about, or that's not what really goes through my mind. What goes through my mind is what is the current qualities of this instrument at in this exact moment in time. That's the first point that I want to make. So the next point that I want to make is if you want to reframe your question and say something like, okay, well, out of these two instruments, which one, if I was to hypothetically take every single opportunity that appeared, which one would give me a higher P&L? Or in which one of these would give me a higher or a stronger risk adjusted return? Now, the answer to that question, unfortunately, is I don't know. I actually don't know, because I have zero data about the ES and I have zero data about NQ. I have zero data on Dow Jones and Russell, all of the traditional market stuff. I have no data. I haven't done any like testing with these specific strategies. I will say though, like while I'm here, while I have your attention, I have found that just by testing like a whole bunch of trend following type strategies for higher time frames on these traditional markets, I feel like the ES has more trend following type of qualities compared to NQ, Russell, and Dow Jones. So like if I had to pick one to trade, if I really had to pick one to trade, ES just feels like it moves cleaner compared to the rest. Hope that answers your question. But yeah, if you want the real answer to your question, okay, like the real, like the real answer to your question, this is actually a great question to ask, because the best way you can answer this question is with your own testing, your own data, rather than the opinion of some guy on YouTube. When you ask this question yourself, when you go and grab your trading strategies and you say, I wonder how effective this strategy is in the ES, you go and run a backtest. How many trades did you get? How many were winners? How many were losers? And what is the win rate percentage? Oh, sorry. Yeah, that you basically want how many trades did you get? What is the size of your average win in units of R? what is the size of your loss, and what is the win rate percentage, and do the exact same thing in the NQ and compare the differences. You may notice that, in the ES, my equity curve would have looked something like this. And then in the NQ, my equity curve would have looked something like this. And then you can answer your question with your own data, your own statistics, and say, well, I can now confidently say that the ES feels a lot better. So the main point here is that instead of getting me to answer this question directly for you, like, oh yeah, for sure, ES is so much easier to trade, run an experiment. Look at the stats that you get. I promise you, you will learn and improve so much, like at a ridiculously faster speed when you try to answer these kind of questions using your own data and your own research rather than the vague opinion of some guy on YouTube. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate the question.